Okay, what if I told you that everything we've seen in the MCU was never random? Battleworld is coming, and no matter what anyone does, they can't escape it. But here's the part that keeps messing with me. What if none of this is random? What if all the pieces, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, even Doctor Doom, were always part of the plan? A plan designed long before we even met the Avengers. You remember in Loki Season 1 when He Who Remains explained the secret timeline? He didn't just stop branching timelines. He erased free will. Everything from the Battle of New York to Tony snapping his fingers was already written. Even when someone like Loki tried to break the cycle, they got pruned. Except, plot twist, that was part of the plan too. Loki's escape led him straight to He Who Remains. And in Season 2, when he sits on the throne and holds time together, what if that was also part of the loop? Think about it. The entire MCU timeline. No mutants, no Fantastic Four, no Doom, until now. But right after Loki takes the throne, boom, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Doom, all announced. You're telling me that's a coincidence? What if He Who Remains kept them out on purpose? Why? Because they're too dangerous. He needed to build his perfect loop. And leaving out Doom, Reed Richards, and the X-Men was step one. In the comics, Doom creates Battleworld by crushing multiverses together during incursions. Reed Richards literally builds the multiverse viewer. And the X-Men? Omega-level chaos. Now here's where it gets wild. What if Tony Stark was supposed to be Dr. Doom? I mean it. RDJ even kind of looks like Doom. What if, in another timeline, he was born in Latveria, where his mom, like in the comics, teaches him magic instead of him becoming Iron Man? But He Who Remains prunes that path, changes his fate, makes sure he never learns magic. Instead, he becomes a genius billionaire playboy who dies taking out Thanos. Threat removed. Same with Reed Richards. In the comics, he discovers the multiverse through something called the Bridge. Yeah, it's what leads to Secret Wars. So He Who Remains cuts it off, never lets Reed show up in the MCU until now. But after Loki sits on that throne, free will comes back. And boom, everything changes. Doom arrives, Reed returns, mutants awaken, incursions begin. And here's the final twist. What if the multiversal war that He Who Remains described in Loki Season 1 wasn't Kang versus Kang? It was Kang versus Doom. Doom wins, creates Battleworld, rules it all, until finally, He Who Remains survives. He defeats Doom, builds the sacred timeline, starts the loop, erases free will, and now the loop is repeating. Just maybe, Secret Wars will finally break it. Maybe this time the loop ends for real. Loki's lived this story 1,000 times. Maybe now he tells the truth. It's all been on a loop. But that's the best part about being a Marvel fan. Sometimes the wildest theories are the most fun to believe.